Do you often find yourself wondering how to save money faster and smarter? It's a common question, isn't it? Well, you're not alone. The need to save money, to budget wisely, is a universal truth, no matter who you are or where you're from. And it's not only about saving, it's about making smart decisions that can have a big impact on your financial health. Now, let's dive into the world of budgeting and saving money. We'll be sharing some top tips from the experts, the influencers who have made budgeting their bread and butter. Our first tip comes from Mimi Harrison, the founder of Beat the Budget. Mimi is a genius when it comes to squeezing the most out of your grocery budget. She's a believer in the power of meal planning and budget recipes. And let me tell you, she's onto something. Picture this: you walk into the grocery store without a list. You wander aimlessly, grabbing items that catch your eye. Before you know it, your cart is overflowing, and your bill is way over budget. Sound familiar? Now consider a different scenario. You've planned your meals for the week. You've got a list in hand with all the ingredients you need. You stick to the list, avoiding those impulse buys. Suddenly you're in control, and that control translates to savings. Meal planning isn't rocket science, but it does require a bit of effort and creativity. Mimi's tip is to find budget recipes that you love and rotate them. This not only saves you money, but also time. And let's face it, time is money too. So, your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to embrace meal planning. Find budget recipes that tickle your taste buds and make them a regular part of your routine. That's your first money-saving tip. Plan your meals and use budget recipes. Now, isn't that food for thought? Now that we've got our meals sorted, let's move on to tip number 2. Picture this: your cash bhattacharya, also known as the budget traveler. You've mastered the art of exploring the world while keeping your wallet happy. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not as impossible as it might seem. Cash's secret: he recommends doing a bit of homework. Before you set off on your journey, research and compare prices for flights, accommodations, and tours. Don't simply settle for the first offer you stumble upon. And remember, timing is key. Booking your travel during the off-season can save you a pretty penny. But here's the twist: saving money doesn't necessarily mean sacrificing comfort. Often, budget accommodations like hostels offer unique experiences and the opportunity to meet fellow travelers. So you're not just saving money, you're also gaining priceless memories. And now onto tip number 3. Say hello to Flora Collingwood Norris, a champion of visible mending. What's that, you might wonder? Well, it's a way of giving your clothes and furnishings a second chance at life. You know that favorite shirt of yours with the tear in the sleeve? The one you can't bear to part with, but also can't wear out in public. Visible mending, my friends, is the answer. It's about fixing the tear, patch, or hole in a way that it becomes a feature rather than a flaw. And the best part, it's not just about saving money. It's also about reducing waste and promoting sustainability. So you're not just being thrifty, you're being a friend to the planet. So the next time you think about throwing away that torn shirt, consider mending it. That's tip number 3. Let's dive into our 4th money-saving tip. Suzanne Mulholland, you might know her as the Batch Lady, is a whiz when it comes to cooking. But she doesn't just cook a meal, oh no. She's all about batch cooking. Imagine spending one day in the kitchen and having meals ready for the whole week, or maybe even the whole month. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not just about convenience. It's also about saving money. Here's the thing: when you cook in batches, you're buying ingredients in bulk. And we all know that buying in bulk can often save you a pretty penny. Plus, with your meals planned out for the week, you're less likely to splurge on expensive takeout food or make impulse purchases at the grocery store. It's a win-win situation. Now let's move on to our 5th tip from Claire Seal, founder of My Frugal Year. Claire is all about managing money. You might be thinking, well, that's obvious. It's a video about saving money after all. But Claire takes it a step further. She offers financial coaching. Now I know what you're thinking. Financial coaching, that sounds expensive. But it doesn't have to be. You can find plenty of free resources online. And the investment of time you put into learning about managing your finances can save you a lot in the long run. Claire emphasizes the importance of understanding where your money is going and how to make it work for you. In essence, Claire's tip is about being proactive. Don't just react to your financial situation. Take control of it. Understand your income, your expenses, and your savings goals. Make a budget and stick to it. And if you need help, don't be afraid to seek it. Remember, managing your finances effectively is a crucial step towards saving money. Ready for more money-saving tips? Here's tip number 6. Think about the last time you went shopping for clothes. Did you buy something new? Or did you consider sustainable fashion? Anna Kilpatrick, the creator of NotNeeding.new, advocates for sustainable and thrifty fashion choices. You see, fashion is not just about looking good. It's also about feeling good. And what feels better than saving money and the planet at the same time? By opting for sustainable fashion, not only do we reduce waste and environmental impact, but we also save a considerable amount of money. Thrift stores, second-hand shops, and even clothing swaps with friends can be treasure troves of unique and affordable fashion. Don't be fooled by the misconception that these places only offer outdated or worn-out items. You'd be surprised how many hidden gems you can find with a little patience and an open mind. Now let's move on to tip number 7, with Vicky Lee, also known as the Carpenter's Daughter. She shares her experiences with DIY and upcycling projects. It's time to get a little crafty and revamp things you already own instead of buying new ones. This not only caters to your unique taste, but also saves you from spending unnecessarily. Whether it's an old chair that needs a new lease on life, or a piece of wooden board that can be transformed into a shelf, there's always something around the house that can be upcycled. It's all about seeing potential in the old and worn out. So grab that paintbrush, roll up your sleeves, and let your creativity flow. In conclusion, let's remember that saving money doesn't have to be a chore. It can be a creative and fulfilling journey that leads to a more sustainable and eco-friendly lifestyle. So before buying that new piece of furniture, consider if you can upcycle something you already have. We're down to our last few tips. Let's go. First up, we have Chelsea Dickinson, our cheap holiday expert. Chelsea knows a thing or two about saving money on vacations. She suggests looking for off-peak deals, considering alternative accommodation options, and even packing a picnic for the airport to avoid those pricey terminal meals. It's all about thinking outside the box and refusing to pay full price when there's a deal to be had. Next, we have Nancy Birtwistle, a former Great British Bake Off winner, who shares eco-friendly home and garden tips. Did you know that making your own cleaning products can save a bundle? Or that composting food waste can reduce your trash bill and give you free fertilizer for your garden? Nancy proves that being eco-friendly is not only good for the planet but also for your wallet. We then move on to Aja Barber. Aja is a voice of reason in a world of fast fashion. She raises awareness about the negative impacts of buying cheap, disposable clothing, investing in quality items that last longer, and swapping or mending clothes instead of continually buying new can save a lot of money in the long run. And there you have it, folks. From meal planning to DIY projects, from budget travel to sustainable fashion, these tips have covered a wide range of areas where you can start saving money fast. While each tip might not seem like a lot on its own, the cumulative effect can be significant. So don't wait. Start implementing these tips today. It doesn't have to be all at once. Aim to incorporate one new money-saving tip into your routine each week. Remember, every small step counts when it comes to saving money. Start implementing these tips today and see the difference they can make to your budget.